What is going on, guys? So I've had a couple of you requests to show a build to counter this mage meta that we are in right now. And so that is what I'm going to show you today. Now, this build I really haven't used probably since before Low Yi came out. And when I was thinking about, how to really counter these mages, just kind of in my head came across this build. Tried it out about, I don't know, five or 10 times, and this build I'm going to show you, will not lose to any mages. And you are going to have Alucard and Natalia in there. And what this build is just Northern Vale. So Freya, Franco, Aurora, and Alucard and Natalia, and then Elementalists. So we're going to do 4 Elementalists, 3 Fighters, and Natalia. So that's basically it, and it's super strong, and you have magical defense built in. And yeah, there's just really no way any mage team will be able to beat you with this build late game. You're going to have your Elementalists in there for the levels. Have that built-in magic defense. Have Natalia taking out their back line. And Alucard, Freya up front. So, and this game is very good because there was not a lot of magic users. So you're going to see how this build works against the other builds like Dragon Altar, Wrestler, all that. So see if it's still strong all around, because obviously this is a focused counter to mages. So in other words, you're not going to lose to the mages, but can you beat all the other builds also while maintaining your strength? So at the start here, just getting to 20 gold. I am using Remy, I think it's skill 2 or 3. It's the one where once you're at 20 gold, you will get 5 interest instead of 4. Now, I decided to use this commander because I don't want to risk too much hit points like after the first item. Because we are doing fighters and stuff like that, I really don't want to be chipping away my hit points with Remy. So this is kind of the base how you want it to look at the start, guys. Just get 3 fighters in there with 2 elementalists. And just kind of work to get your Freya, get your Franco. And that way you can have 3 fighters in, have your elementalists in the back. And you can swap them out when you find them. And now that we are over 20 gold, we're going to start cycling the shop and start to level these heroes as much as we can, because late game, when using a 4 elementalist synergy, you really want to 3-star the Veil and the Eudora if you can. Now, some matches there's going to be a lot of people using those heroes. You're not going to be able to do it, but at bare minimum you need to get everything to 2-star. So that way the Elementalist synergy can come in and make these the big boys 3-star at the very end. So this build, I mean, it's not too strong at the start unless you get a really good start. I didn't get a good start, but no worries. We're at 50 hit points. That's not really low to me. And since I'm not using Remy skill 2, the one that chips away your own life, like once I start winning, I'm fine. And we've just been setting everything up. So you can see that I got rid of that Z-Long now. I have the Freya in, and these are my 3 fighters. We're not going to have an Abyss synergy in here because there's really not room. Because I want to keep that Alucard in, so all I have to do now is throw in a Natalia, and we are not going to be losing against any mages. Freya is just too much of a powerhouse, and with that built-in magic defense with the Alucard and Natalia, you really can't take her out. But let's see how this build does against other teams. So crit axe for sure, probably the best item for Freya, and well, physical lifesteal number one. Get that bad boy whenever you can on Freya, so that way she can just be healing like crazy. You can see there that I took the 1-star Alucard out because I wanted that random 3-star. Now here I dipped under 20 gold. I kind of had to get that Alucard to 2-star. That way I can put him in. And now I'm getting this one random 3-star. We have our 3 fighters. Freya's got some decent items. And now we can start winning these matches while we continue to level up our heroes. And guys, for the mages, if that's, I mean, all we have to do right now is just throw in a Natalia, and they're not going to beat us.
My ancestors are watching from Valhalla. I won't let them down.
Okay, let's see what we get here. Nothing much. Oh, we dipped under 20 gold that round, so we didn't really have too much money to spend in the shop. So that's definitely why you want to stay over 20 gold. And especially if you have this commander, because I missed out on my 1 extra gold also. So the free level goes to Franco. Not bad, just have him in the front line. Pretty thick. And once you get to this point where everything is at 2-star and you're getting that free level, that's when you're really going to start winning and get a win streak going and really excel late game. Now, items wise, this is a pretty cool build because you can use any item. I would for sure say focus on setting Freya up with some good damage items. She doesn't really need defense items. She just needs to be putting out that damage. But you can grab magic items later for low E, who is going to play a big part in your late game success. Now, there is the Aurora that is going to get the Northern Veil synergy going, and that's really where the damage is at. Because that initial burst from Freya, and then you're going to have all these high-leveled heroes in the back, these elementalists that actually do a substantial amount of damage just because Freya is able to... I mean, she's able to take them out and they just finish. It's not substantial amount of damage, but they are good finishers. So the round ends. We waited till the round ended so we could get that gold. And now we get our first 3-star. We've been staying at level 5 commander for a long time, and that's what I would definitely recommend. That way it's going to be a lot easier to get those veils and those Eudoras. Now for this one particular, I'm not going to be using Valier, but it really is just what you want to do, like, and if you're getting a bunch of copies of that hero. So the only elementalist you have to have is the Aurora. Okay, we are looking pretty good here. We have a lot of Eudoras saved up, and Veil is already at 3, so that's really what we needed right there, is that last low Yi. Now I know that we're not going against mages, but like I said, the whole point of this build is a mage counter. Like, they will not beat you out, and all you have to do is throw in the Natalia. So we're getting the base set up, your 3 fighters, your elementalists, get some high levels, and you know that you're not going to get Natalia till later. So this is just, these elementals will help you sustain till late game, and then you'll dominate with all the extra levels you get. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and clone that Aurora since we found one of her. Now we have everything at 3 and 2-star. That's essential that you keep that in, because that way your elementalist bonus is really going to count. So you see we have that Alucard up front, 3-star. No items on him. It's just, it works out very well. And the back line, these Eudora and Veil clean up very well. So we're going to go ahead and throw that low Yi in, even though she is 1-star, because we just got our 4 elementalist bonus, where before we only had 2. So now we're going to have 2 random heroes that will get a star up. So looking very good, and it's really the same thing even if she is 1 star, because now we have 2. Now we can really progress to finish up the build and upgrade. And I don't think we have found a Natalia yet, which I could be mistaken on that, but that is the last hero we need. So this build is completed at level 8. And that means you have room to throw in whatever you want for level 9, and it also means that you have time to slowly, make sure your team is leveled up and good. This is not a build that you have to get to level 9 commander. You could even win at level 8. But it's finished at 8, so keep that in mind. And yeah, really, this game is really good because we are against Dragon Altar, Northern Vale. We're against Fighter, Northern Vale. We are against Celestial Wrestler. So we're against everything except for the mages, which is our easiest combat, our easiest enemies. So it's really going to show you how strong this build is all around, not just against mages, even though it is strongest against the mages, but you can still win with this build versus other teams. So we'll go ahead and throw in our other Freya because she is 2-starred. And that way it's not messing with the Elementalist synergies. And you can see here this team was, pretty strong. Natalia has that Dragon Altar synergy on her too. But the Freya's front line are just too much.
You are failing. The Oriental. We never
Super good to get another low E right there. And we finally found our Natalia. So I could throw her in right now, guys, if I needed to. If I was going against mages, I would. Yeah, that's just... I obviously kept her out for this round because there are no mages we're against. But yeah, if we were against mages, it would be super, super, super easy. And I've tested this, like I said, like 5 to 10 times I played it, and I did not lose to any mage team at all.
I don't know.
Okay, let's see what we do here. So since we did pick up that Dragon Altar synergy, because you do have the option to throw 1 random hero in, I just picked up that synergy. You can either do that or pick up an assassin synergy, because you already have Natalia in there. If you had an assassin synergy, you can throw that on Freya or Alucard, and then throw in like a Ling for your last hero, or a Karina, or whatever you want. So that last hero is really optional, and if you do happen to grab a synergy, then you can complete it. I'm going to go ahead and grab that magic box because Freya's already set, and now we have a pretty strong low yi. So, and everything's leveled as it should be. Now I went under 20 gold again, guys. Not very professional of me, but it is what it is. Now this round was super cool. I got 2 3-star Freyas. So that is actually really, really cool. And their team was actually pretty strong to put up with these Freyas. And now we are going against a 6 Celestial, 6 Wrestler comp.
In time, the world will bow before me.
So since I got the Freya to 3-star, I'm just going to throw in the Natalia at 1-star. Even though it will mean that she's going to go to 2-star and something else won't go to 3, it's still just an extra hero. It's late game. You want to make sure you have as much in there as possible. Now I am going against a very strong team here, so that's why I really wanted to post this video to show the strength of this build at late game. Now I definitely should not be spinning gold here. I think I was a little nervous or something, but either way, if I lose this round, I will get an upgrade. And if I win it, then we're just a little bit closer to winning. Just chip at their health a little bit. So either way, it's not really too big of a worry. The main thing is getting another Yu Zhang or another Natalia. So that way we can get them to level 2 and throw them in. So I actually think it worked out in my favor to lose this round because the Fate box hits. I get an extra hero. And here we go. And if I was managing my gold better, I should have had enough gold to upgrade anyways. But I'm really just trying to get a copy of one of these guys. So that way the Elementalist synergy is giving me at least one random 3-star. In this case in particular, I figured that it was better to throw in the Yu Zhang, get the Dragon Altar synergy working, and have him level 2 to do that little bit of CC at the start there. So you could definitely use Yu Zhang as your 9th hero. It's going to work very well, do a lot of CC. Yeah, very optional. Whatever you want on that 9th one, guys. Now, this was the role we needed right here. So, honestly, it had been a couple rounds, and I was over ready for that. So, now this is the build completed. Everything is at 2 and 3-star. And this is late game, just succession right here, boys. We got 3-star Freya, 3-star Lowry, 3-star Vale, 3-star Eudora, 3-star Aurora. So, it's everything. It has magic defense built in. You guys will not lose versus mage teams once you figure out this build. And obviously by showing in this video right here, it does beat other builds also. So that was crazy, all leveled up heroes like that. The 84.9